Hello, welcome back. This is a good track. Maybe a sentimental one. No. I really need to for some more stuff, huh? Uh-huh.
Ever since Costa was awake, she's been like sewing up her clothes from yesterday.
Oh, I see. I see.
So she's been like you're doing that.
Well, Argyl's been over in this corner. Just kind of sitting there with his eyes closed. Yeah. Oh.
How much of this do you need me for? Just need me to
Oh, I should be good.
game it to everyone else? Or? Okay.
Yeah, if I need to like, I don't know, call someone, I'll ping you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be good. Nothing, don't worry about it.
We're having secret talks with God. Yay. I know, hi.
Would he have done this with his coat on? He probably wouldn't have.
Oh my god.
Oh!
I could just heard a murder. Oh, what? What is my...
You may now go cards up. Now go cards up. Sewing up my clothes from yesterday. I'll win the one.
With a 5 and a 1, it was a rough day yesterday. You have other things on your mind, and you are kind of messing up more than it's fixing.
ODM.
Yes.
If you want to tell people about,
I was about.
okay.
Let me know if there's anything. Yes.
As you're all going through your daily activity, morning routines and the such, anyone with psionic attunements will begin to feel nauseous and ill. For seemingly no reason.
What does that do to the stone I have? I have a stone from the captain that blocks psionic ability to interfere with my Neuralink. Just react to it.
It just begins to glow.
That's about it. Looks like it's working.
Doing all right, Argyll?
One, two, three. I need to probably practice this before I speak. There we are. I couldn't have known. Costa, as you look upon him, he doesn't seem to react. His eyes fixated forward.
Oh, okay.
It can't be. No, I'm sorry.
Argyll? Alright. She'll put a hand on his shoulder and kind of shake him a little bit.
That seems to have no effect.
Okay. This isn't okay. I don't don't think you will probably move, but don't move.
You're nothing but ghosts. Away. Leave me alone. For those of you watching, Argyll is currently attempting to refortify his mind. In doing so, he's trapped himself. It's a common side effect for his line of work, especially as an Oracle agent. This is a repercussion of failing to probe the minds of other sentient beings. Arabelle, I'm sorry.
You said he touched the object.
I have no clue. I have this stone that the captain gave me that reacts to psionics, and it has been going off while he has been doing this.
Meyer, are you psionically sensitive?
The lowest possible for her. She can barely sense anything.
Understood. For you, this would feel like maybe a slight breeze. It is emanating off of Argyll. It is psionic in nature.
I think we need someone who can do psionics.
I tried to get the captain, but he's apparently not been awake yet.
The hypnotist is that he's bleeding.
Captain's not awake.
Is Siri awake and able to do stuff?
Siri is in medical currently. I will
Get away from that window now!
Valor. Can you find someone of psionic capabilities? I am not too familiar with psionics.
I've been doing this all morning. Like, I woke up and he was
So,
doing this.
It wasn't my intention. Argyll, you must understand.
He is most definitely in a form of trance, induced by the artifact you have.
No, I don't have an artifact. It's just a stone that is psionics. He hasn't touched it, hasn't been near it. Maybe he touched the artifacts that were in science?
Maybe. Can only speculate so much currently. Okay.
Myra, as you look over Argyll, you do notice the sound of soft blood drops from behind him. Seems that his wound from yesterday may have reopened.
What's going on? Are you all right to do this?
Well, Laura, can you go get some medical supplies? It seems his wounds have reopened.
Okay. I'll get for you.
Akira, as you step closer to Argyll, the nausea that you're feeling does get more intense. The feeling really is more of like wearing a wet blanket, slightly suffocating. But you as an Oracle agent know what this is. A common practice amongst Oracle when mind-afflicting psionics are failed is a refortification of the mind, which can have some side effects.
Such as other psionics being able to pick up something as that.
I'm afraid. Okay, now I know the reason why I'm feeling sick.
Will you be alright to do this?
I'm not too sure if I can do anything to help, in all honesty.
You would understand that there are two methods to solve this. Either you can leave it be, and it'd likely resolve on its own, or you can attempt to pull the individual out of whatever communion they're with.
Well, either basically gonna have to wait until it's over.
Okay.
So I can try to.
Meyer is going to cautiously
Is there
begin
anything
treatment on the injury.
to let him be?
As you examine the injury, it used to be a major, but with
Basically,
Afreet's medical expertise, he has moved this down to a minor injury. The stitches seem to have been pulled open slightly. They've begun bleeding again.
I would say do whatever you think would be best.
Okay, Meyer's going to
I mean, is
tie
he
in the
volunteering?
stitches closed
Do this on his own?
and reapply a bandage
Happened. I don't know.
to it.
In that state for a reason. I don't know what.
Would we find more
You need to fix
psionics
I can go get Captain.
Yeah, that might be
I don't
best.
know if Captain's
Or
awake.
either that, or he can like at least
No,
focus
he
his
is
I'm not
awake.
too sure.
Okay. I have to go to the engine room.
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
go.
We'll keep watch over him.
I guess.
Yeah. I was wondering why.
That will do for now.
You managed to at least close up his nose.
Yes, his stitches open a bit. It seems what's happening has caused him to open.
Probably because he's maybe tense.
Perhaps.
What?
Kira,
Nothing but Captain.
I'm sorry.
if it is
How was I supposed to know there were bombs there?
if it is too bad to stand here, you can return back to medical.
Yeah.
Can explain to the Captain.
Oh,
So
yes.
basically, he's connected psionically or something, and it's either we leave him alone and he'll get out of it himself, or we can try to pull him out early.
Let's get you back to medical. Cleaning the bucket.
Looks like he's trying to meditate. It is standard for them.
He's communicating with someone, as far as I can tell. He did say something, I'm sorry. Didn't know the bombs were there or something like that. I'm sorry, I can't stay.
You're fine.
Captain, are you attempting to meditate with Argyll?
Yes.
Okay. The moment you attempt to form connection, you see it. A glass box, shrouded in silver mirrors. Pieces shattered, floating about space. Purple auroras around you. In each mirror, a memory, fractured. Some appear to be Argyll's, his home, his people, meetings aboard the ship. Others, not so much. Faces you don't recognize, like you're seeing through the eyes of someone else. And Argyll is standing in the center, attempting to move these pieces and put them back together. You can tell, though, that as he's doing this, shadows appear around him and speak. And he speaks back before they flit out.
He's gonna attempt to guide some of the pieces towards Argyll.
You reach out. The pieces begin to float. But as you do, the box forms a door, a connection between the two. Argyll looks straight to you. I see. A doorway.
I
You attempting to save me?
I wouldn't call it the city. More like hell.
Dangerous here, Captain.
Aye. For everyone, and even more so alone.
And with that, he steps through the door. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
How long have I been sitting here? Damn
As
cold.
I was informed since morning.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you, Captain. Maya.
Of course.
I apologize if I made anybody worry. Wasn't my intention. Oh.
Easy.
Psionics can take a toll on the body. Especially when you use mind. Well, suppose I owe you an explanation if you care.
If you wish to share. I'm interested.
During my training at Oracle, one of our fundamentals, especially when you deal with others' mind, is to fortify your own. You build walls, so that when you have to break others, you don't become broken and shatter yourself. Occasionally that means reaching out into the void of space. Unlike your meditation, Captain, I'm not looking to center myself. I'm looking to force whatever's out there to do what I need it to do. If that means creating a barrier in my mind, then so be it.
Well, I respect the protections and the effort for such. I fundamentally would have to disagree with the method. That in itself is highly risky. You're reaching into things that no other race, not even the Anok, could understand fully.
Yes,
It is...
but contemplate this a moment, Captain. Without those barriers, and I was to do what I had to do yesterday again, it would be my brain on the line, my mind, fried from the inside out, with our individual. A necessary evil.
That may be so from one perspective, but perhaps if you attempted to center yourself you would keep yourself anchored to your form.
Perhaps. This is how I've always had to deal with this. That's why I don't like to use that ability very much. A piece of them stays with me, you see. And handling all of those voices means putting them in the right spot. Otherwise, they'll go quite mad.
All the more reason to experiment with both, perhaps.
Yes,
A
mayhaps.
suggestion.
I did not expect it to go that way. I'll say, I apologize if I made anybody concerned or cost anybody valuable time.
It's not time. The time isn't wasted on one of our own. Although, given that you were out for some time, doing something of such a magnitude, you should probably get something to eat. Probably nearly withered a good portion of yourself physically, too.
Yes. Yes, that's a good idea. Change my shirt here real quick. This one has blood on it. I assume you fixed that up. Thank you very much.
Yes. I request that once you have eaten something, can you please come to the medical bay so I can do a once over you?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. And do be careful not to push yourself too much.
Yes. I'll try.
And then the one that hangs around with you all the time. The other species of yours. They're both having a private conversation in the training arena. I don't know what they're saying to each other, but before they had the conversation, your friend, I'll say it like that, sounded very, very specific where normally I wouldn't really care, but I don't know.
Is this going to be a problem, Captain?
Specific horror I was getting out of him.
It is a problem. I'm probably going to have to solve this one. Have medical on standby. It looks like I might need to smack more sense into my kin again.
Again? How many times has it been so far?
Well, the first one was the establishing my station. The others were just friendly spars.
Excuse me, establishing your station?
Aye.
You're the captain aboard this vessel.
Yes. Unfortunately, some sects of the Laka are a bit more warrior mindseted. Some of the older temples from Tyrion apply the strength and might is right rule.
Well, you should have told him to pull his head out of his arse and follow the chain of command.
They listened fairly well afterwards, however. It seems that he is falling into a problem He respects me, but no one else on the crew.
Well, I'm not going to stop you. It sounded like you were in quite a hurry. I'll meet you down there in a moment. I'm going to go grab something from the chef.
Aye. Well, the chef is with Sid. That's the problem.
All right.
The chef denied him food for statements earlier. And now Sid is... hopefully it's an actual conversation like I told him to have.
I don't mean to sound demeaning, Captain, but did you just say Sid having an actual conversation with someone?
Other than me, I know. I'm trying to get him to learn that I'm not going to support everything he does, because I don't agree with all of what he does.
Boarded the windows, did we?
Aye.
Again, I apologize, Captain, for this morning.
Argyll, it's not a problem.
Like one of the crew.
Enough they never went into the reactor.
That was a strange phase to walk in on.
Strange, what?
A phrase, don't worry about it.
Them saying that no one walked into the reactor?
Yes, it's a good thing no one fell into the reactor. I agree.
Oh, yes. Well, fists aren't hot, so that's a good sign. I'm going to stand up. Never mind. I was spotted.
Captain, if he makes a move...
I know it.
You won't be the only one.
I'm going to go behind him.
Maybe it would be best to keep your distance. If you truly wish for them to work out the differences, being another body in the room tends not to help much.
Fair enough. Might be better if I'm just not here entirely. Siri, if Sid makes a move on the chef, bring him down non-lethally. Incapacitate. Thank you.
Sure, that's wise.
Do you want to have a talk while I walk down to the kitchen and mess?
Well, without the chef, I suppose we would wait for him, but... Yes.
I can override the locks, so...
No, if he'd appreciate that too much, Captain.
I know, but at least I won't break the machine.
But yes, a chat. About yesterday.
What about it?
What about it? Well, it's quite a bit about it, actually. Specifically ordering an individual to be executed after you've detained them.
We were still within their territory. I do not know if they would be able to send an outbound communique. I would rather eliminate any possible surprises for us.
Oh, come now. You don't truly believe that, do you? It's better to be honest, Captain. I've seen that rage in you before. Yes.
I was indeed enraged, but it wasn't without logic.
Understood.
Oh, I don't believe that yet for a moment either.
Why are you taller, by the way?
Thank you.
I believe you were thinking.
I gained
However,
additional biomass.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
the man
Alright,
was
understood.
no threat.
Alrighty, well, yeah, I'll let them know.
In fact, I had planned on
We're just
bringing
waiting
him back
for
to our brig.
Tally's suit to be made and brought back, so.
For what purpose? It's just another mouth to feed for us.
Because he was under our protection, Captain.
Did I give that order?
Yes. When you asked them to take a prisoner.
I did not ask anyone to take a prisoner.
Well, it was done. You have to understand. Though I am not opposed to violence and removing obstacles in our way, thank you. That man served no further purpose but as a prisoner. There was no reason to execute him. Not at all, really.
What good would he do us as a prisoner?
Plenty, actually. I could have had some chats with him. Non-violent ones. So we didn't have to go into their mind, at least. I could have brought him to this next outpost. Or dropped him off at a Centurion port for the bounty.
That is assuming there was one.
Or just dropped
And
him
even
off.
so, you can collect a bounty on the dead.
Yes,
To
about
what,
it.
raid again?
Possibly, yes.
Why would you subject innocent people to that? When you can just eliminate it on the spot?
Let me ask you this, Captain. How are you so sure they weren't the individuals that we butchered yesterday were not the innocent party? Yes, they raided this settlement, but it's not like we knew them. How are we so sure that they weren't the ones that were aggressed upon first?
Be that as it may, they agreed to peaceful negotiations and used it as a ploy to draw us in and attack us.
Yes. And we removed them. But a few.
Right.
Good morning, bird.
Good morning, dog. You seem shocked. Until you can start recognizing my name. That is what I will call you. You understand?
I understand.
Right.
Have any of you seen Emu around?
I have not.
I have not seen him this morning.
Shame. You must understand, Captain. I just had a very frustrating talk with the chef.
And?
Seems like I'm not getting fed today. A shame. You didn't accept my apology.
Here you are.
No.
One moment,
What
I'm
are you
getting a
taking
call.
from your trial? Sure.
Yes. Nope. It has passed. Alrighty. Duh. Right. As I was saying, Captain, the next time we take individuals and we disarm them, at least for
those
the
who are psionically inclined, that are feeling the nausea and illness, begin to feel it fade slowly.
When we have individuals under our protection, let's try to assume that they're like us. We'll put them in the brig, we secure them, we'll drop them off where we can. We'll hopefully make a little money.
I understand your points, but I still fundamentally disagree.
Well, you can fundamentally disagree all you want, Captain. But executing individuals under our protection would violate UPA rule. You know this. As much as you try to dance around the subject, it is what it is.
Attacking a
I hate to butt in.
Unpeaceful
Do you?
negotiations is also against UPA law.
Yes, it is. So what? We're no better than them. Come now, Captain.
Argyll, you know me. I balanced the scales.
That was not balancing the scales, Captain. That was enacting revenge on an individual who was defenseless and at your mercy. Worse yet, you didn't even do it yourself.
They proved that they were not defenseless.
Yes,
Tell me
until we took
again.
their arms away. Just like the individuals aboard this vessel. When they have no arms, they're under our protection, are they not? That man had no arms, and was therefore not a threat. We could have left him tied up. We'd have taken him aboard our vessel, we could put him in our brig. You understand that logic, I know you do.
Tell me then. If we did as you said, and then they were let go, and they went off and started raiding, began piracy, blowing up transports of civilians. Good morning, have you? If they did all that, are we any less guilty by association?
It's quite a dim outlook on the individual, isn't it, Captain?
They
I suppose you
presented
could
themselves
draw
as
a
such.
line to us in that action, yes. But you could also turn the other way.
How did you sleep?
If the individual that we released turned around and became a bastion of civilization, cured diseases and saved millions of people, we would also be responsible, would we not? But we will never know, shall we?
Once you're
But given
done,
their actions that they have
I
presented us
slept.
forth,
well,
would
yes.
it not prove
The morning was
that
a
they
bit
are more
rocky.
inclined to my viewpoint on
But
it?
when you
Yes.
have free time,
But again, I know you know
I'd like to
this.
have a chat.
That not all individuals following orders do it because they want to.
Understood.
Some are forced. Next time, Captain, try to put your rage away. That's why I'm here, after all. To help you with this.
You're here to temper my rage.
Yes, as a friend, of course.
I will attempt to make sure that if a situation as such arises, that I will kill them before they are disarmed. Is that any better for you?
If that's the way you'd like to take it, fine. But you know better.
Okay.
And I know you do. Yes.
I will try.
I think you got your point across, Argyll.
Let's hope.
I can speak for myself. Sit. But you did.
Morning, Captain.
I'm all right.
It's nice.
Yes.
Oh, chef. You don't look like one.
Well, now. Cup of tea.
Good morning, good morning. Anyone who needs food, please do line up.
Apologies for not helping with breakfast. I slept in after spending most of the night indexing repairs.
Do not worry, you're busy.
Thank you,
Here you
chef.
go. Drink with this?
Tea, please.
Of course.
On a lighter note.
I trust it was Earl Grey.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Captain?
I didn't notice.
My usual. What I was going to say is we should at least check the colony here to see if they have any more tea.
Yes.
I already looked for coffee. They do not have it, unfortunately.
What kind of colony doesn't have coffee?
Apparently this one. I talked to one of the Agri people. They said that the climate isn't stable enough in the sections that they have labeled out for it. And unfortunately, it's something that doesn't crop well with hydroponics. It needs actual soil. Thank you, Chef.
You're more than welcome, Captain.
Let's hope the rest of your day goes smoother.
One can only hope.
Yes.
As it
It comes in threes, Captain.
threes.
We sound like twins.
We discussed this last night. We're going to stop doing that. I'm going to leave before it happens again.
I didn't ask, Captain. Did you sleep well?
I slept adequately. I was up late compiling multiple reports. I'm going to go looking over the security footage from the night.
Suppose I
mind
should
company?
make...
If you wish to leave the wrapper, go ahead and take the block with you.
I was going to ask Argyll if he wanted to join me.
Well, don't let me intrude.
Mix with the rest of the crew. I cannot be the only one you talk to. As we said last night,
Well,
there's a very good likelihood that I could die.
Yes, and I said in response, that's not happening if I'm around, Captain.
Invincible? Well, it's quite a trait.
Oh, yes.
I'll remember that. Good day.
Morning.
How you doing, Mercer?
Fine for the most part. I guess I get a day off because of my arm.
Well, I hope so.
Mercer? Amu's up and about. They were looking for tasks.
I'll try and find them.
Good morning.
Are you the new engineer I heard about?
Yes.
Good day.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm your captain.
Good day, Delon.
Morning, Officer Kross. Feeling
Right.
better?
Combat engineer.
A little. It's been
Glad
quite
I
a
heard
morning.
something about.
Combat engineer.
Yes.
Is that right? Interesting.
Yeah.
Try to fortify my mind. Went a little wonky.
Armor, come find me, and I can do whatever you want.
Ah, thank you.
Whatever I want. Wow.
I got practical myself.
That's very nice.
Planning. What are you looking for,
Try not to
Captain?
get too many more holes in it.
Your composition.
You ever seen one screen come up with a notepad?
Try to get any holes in you.
I just have to make notes for the report to make sure that I've documented how the repairs went. And to see how the bodies were transported to make sure that they were appropriately documented. Just re-verifying everything.
I hope you're finding the
Alright.
ship welcoming, if not cramped.
I've seen worse.
Good. Good. Have you met the... Have you met Emu yet?
It's going over the tapes, just saying.
No, I don't think so, but I've met the boss of the engineering section.
It's another one of the...
I think it would be security.
One of Mudco's. They are part of the ship. They are, small, but... They are learning the grips of free will, which is quite interesting, I might say.
Science has retrieved the artifacts from the brig.
Wonderful. They stored them in the brig, did they?
At the time of the engine shutdown, yes.
They will leave you behind.
Just in case, since we realized that the... well, a few of us had the correlation of engine issues in the ship we retrieved the items from.
That would have been...
Make sure they were not touched until we were certain our engines would not blow up.
It could have been a problem. We had some prisoners. I was going to store in the brig. Would have been a right shuffle.
That's why that's why the any prisoners that we were carrying at the time we were bringing to the training area.
Yes, I heard something about prisoners.
Aye, it would appear that the sanctity of the dead was dishonored aboard our ship.
What?
When the order came, we took care of them.
The order came.
The corpses.
Who ordered the execution aboard this vessel?
Officer Commander Crunch, of course. Upon hearing from Mercer that the order was to kill them all, Commander Crunch moved on to say to execute the prisoners. Me, Officer Tashir, and Chef did the deed of the ones that we had at the time.
You're telling me Gunch? It was Gunch's call.
Following the orders of the captain. Or the words relayed by Mercer.
That was intruding.
Well, Captain.
I didn't mean killing prisoners. I didn't
Ooh,
know
boy.
prisoners were taken.
Remember how I said
That is a
Liu Bei would
conversation I will
look
have with Gunch.
very poorly on this? Let's keep this between us.
I don't need the sass, Argyll.
Not sass, it's information.
At the time, the situation was quite chaotic. We did not want to take any risks. The fact that Breek was at the time holding the artifacts, we were holding them in the training room's security grid.
Smart.
I think I'm callous.
Next time, if you have prisoners on the ship, we do not execute them. We are in nuclear terror.
Just looking to get my arm looked at. Why are you so fucking tall?
Good day.
Was acquired yesterday. Since a available bed, please. And I will
Yes.
check over your injuries. I will check over Mercer's first. Okay.
Just wanted my arm looked at.
Okay. It is going to
If we see anything,
primarily focusing on the arm to see what
I come in since I wasn't here.
injuries it has.
Oh, nothing out of the ordinary. Just I had a small scuff on my arm, a major injury to my back. It was tended to by a freight and
Still damaged and probably shouldn't be moved
retended to by Maya this morning.
But it seems to be healing nicely. Should be better in a day or so.
Okay.
The
From
fox
what
trying to
scans are telling me,
Yes, it's strong.
everything seems to be healing nicely, as long as you don't
All right.
move it around or exert it.
just so we don't have any mishaps like
It
the
should
ship.
be healed in around a day, or in a day, if you don't push yourself. Do you wish to have any pain?
Can I go over the scan? What if the scan show up?
There is a bit of
just
then I'll record it on your medical tape.
Okay.
Nothing.
If anything happens, please reach out to one of medical. And we will.
And I assume that the wounds that you obtained the last mission are healing well.
Yeah.
On the skin.
So as well as they can. I believe he may have pulled a stitch or two this morning, but they're healing up nicely.
Hello.
Thank you.
Is everything
If that's all we came in for, he's good.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Can you please sit at a available bed, and I will scan
Morning,
you
Costa.
and double.
Yeah, looking better.
Yes. Better than some.
That's what you get when you have at least a good drink at the end of a gunfight, I assume.
Yes. Should have drinking more, I think.
But you would have but with our quality down in the bar, you would have drank the whole bar empty before you could actually feel a buzz.
Yes. So I need to have some questions about the morality of this vessel. Funny coming from me.
I'm trying. After we talked, I'm trying to look at the bright side at least.
I'm just curious, Scroll. You may count this as the question if you like, but how do you feel about it? Prisoners being executed aboard the vessel. Individuals who are unarmed and secured under our protection.
I will not count this as the question, because this is my personal opinion. I think it is a waste. You all had an opportunity to learn more. We might have had a lead a little bit more on their numbers, their leader, just anything more than us now being shut in the dark, all the windows tinted, and hoping to God that when we open one of these airlocks, a wall of guns aren't pointed on any of us.
Yes.
Was it right? No.
Hello, Sid.
Sorry, am I interrupting?
Not at all. Something I can help you with.
No. Well. You must understand, Argyll. Today was a bit of a rocky start, so...
Yes.
If I meant to disrespect you...
Crow.
I apologize.
Can we borrow you a medical real quick?
Noted.
Simple scan.
Apologize for calling you what I did.
It's fine. Maybe in the future we'll coin them terms of endearment.
Possibly. I believe you both had quite a rocky morning.
I respect it. You didn't back down. I can respect that.
One must understand when to keep a cool head and when not to.
You're welcome.
Yes, I can tell you hang around the captain quite a bit. It's
Yes.
rubbing off on you. Look who it is.
But yes, I agree. My stance is this. My people suffered under the hands of cruelty and barbaric actions. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt, but Argyll, apparently, Dr. Telly wants to speak with the both of us in the science lab for something. Something about a relic?
We could pick up a conversation after a couple
Understood.
rounds. How's that sound?
Yes. Shall we go play with a relic we know nothing about?
Oh, you're playing with a relic. Have fun with that.
Yes.
Dr. Telly hasn't really given me any other details other than that, so...
I would say throw it out the airlock, but we're not in space right
No
now.
offense, but there's not a lot of detail here.
Your hand better.
A 30 to 45 meter wingspan.
Good day, Doctor.
Somewhere around there. 400 years old.
Hello.
Roughly.
Have you seen a freak?
I have not. I'm about ready to go investigate something. Speak with you in a moment.
Oh, God
We do require the captain's assistance.
Oh, do we? I think I'll call him.
Well, for some.
Captain!
There's a line.
Yes, there is a line.
Your assistance is required. Apologies.
Captain.
Yeah, that slow turn looked very,
Yes.
Yes.
Apologies.
What's going on?
Oh, maybe I should hop in.
The doctor was looking for you.
Please enter the science bay.
I am a patient block and I don't mind waiting.
If we all blow up, you won't have to have any conversations. Look at the bright side.
No.
Are they doing scans of everyone?
Seth, would you like to say something?
She's going to bring up the scan taking up the bone on the screen.
Okay. What you're looking at. The display shows a 3D image of the defining rod bone. It shows that the bone itself has an exceedingly high density. Most likely comes from a wishbone, some avian creature. The marrow within the bone is still alive, and there are symbols and script from a uncatalogued alphabet.
That's quite fascinating.
When I grabbed this bone both in and out of my suit, there was vibrations, like a tug towards something, motion, or the anticipation of motion. But that is all I feel.
I didn't feel anything touching it.
Interesting. Where is it?
In the scanner currently. I could bring it out for you.
If you could, please. Palas.
Hello.
Hello, Doctor.
I didn't expect this many people in here.
Yes.
What are they like?
Quite a crowd.
Phone shenanigans.
I see. It has been placed upon the table.
Okay. Rolling. Do you have an advantage on psionic rolls? Or just...
Yeah. Formerly trained, so.
One moment, please. Hermit. You will feel a rippling, a thrumming from the artifact upon picking it up. It's like someone dropped a stone in water. Feel it expand out. But you also feel something else rippling. The push out from the rod, and something else within the ship pushing back against. Focusing your psionic training, putting power, thought, a tether or chain, a rope, something you link. I'm gonna go around. You feel a connection between this and something else within the ship.
He's gone.
You could follow it.
Oh. No, he's still there.
Do you need anything?
We're in line to speak with the captain. There's a line.
Interesting.
Something
It
else?
appears that
Do you
it's
feel it?
reaching out to something. I did.
Is it
but
vibrating
it's-
for you as well?
In a way, it's resonating with me, but it's also reaching out to something else on board.
Something else?
Did somebody else pick up another artifact?
We have 4 in total.
It's almost...
But the
it's
3
almost
should be
on the
there.
radar.
They should be
Seems
there.
to be drawing you towards the kitchen.
Does it explode?
Well, after you, Captain.
Would you like me to welcome?
Captain, I'd like to point out that if we get eaten by a monster today, I blame you.
Different things every so often.
Duly noted.
Yes.
Really?
Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. I was gonna go get a medical scan and I wanted some from science people and, you know, have...
Yeah.
But I was gonna grab Dallas for it.
Yeah, if they can, just send it over or grab Dallas. We'll also grab
Seems to be
How would
getting
it be here?
stronger, more solid. The connection points toward the water storage within the food here.
You hungry?
No, it's coming from the water supply.
There is no
What?
mistaking it. It has pulled you to this location.
There's something in.
What?
I see.
MU.
Is something wrong with the Great Appliance? I'm certified to
it's
work
not
on it
the-
now.
It's not the microwave.
Don, is this what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
It's the downing rod, right?
It's a downing rod or divining rod.
Mhm.
It points you to water.
Mm-hmm. Captain. It's doing what its purpose is. So let you to water.
Interesting.
So I guess it'd be useful in more desert areas. I guess.
Or uninhabited planets.
Or primitive societies.
Or primitive uninhabited desert planets.
Or a combination of everything above.
Yes.
Yes.
All those
Of course.
simple things.
Well,
That's a good way to find
that's one thing solved for the day. That was a pleasant distraction.
Yes.
Captain.
Captain.
no more pleasant distractions anymore.
Give me one moment, and I will answer in order received.
Should
Give him time, MU.
drill into the bone to attempt to extract the living marrow still inside?
Please do not.
For now.
That could disrupt it. It might be the power source of it.
How?
Feeding off the psionic energies that are biologically produced by the living being that it came from.
I'm detecting
scripture
no
on it.
electromagnetic generation from it.
It's not all electromagnetic. It's dark matter, usually. Down on the genetic level. You'll need Chip to look into it a bit more with you.
Could you imagine, Captain?
Manipulation of dark matter is...
Could you imagine what Oracle could do with something like that?
Grabbing a water and I'll be
If we were better
out.
to understand it.
Could you imagine what the entirety of the UPA could do?
Well, nothing, of course. Look at the ship around us.
I'm not getting into this one. I have other things to tend to. MU, you asked me first.
I guess it's a good study on how biologicals work with psionics.
Yes, precisely, Doctor. You understand.
Yes.
Do you want
So,
to be there?
I don't even know how to detect psionics.
Yes.
Maybe that could help us.
That's what you want.
Bridge that connection.
That is impossible.
Very well.
Or very highly
Who knows?
difficult.
You lead the way.
Very difficult to do.
I will go somewhere.
Yes, and we will meet you there. Captain, I am merely respecting your wish. You said you...
What?
Does Oracle have science implements for
Yes.
psionics?
Of course they do. The
Yeah,
forefront of psionics.
That is something I will have to ask about. We do
That
not
would be
have a detection means for it.
Yeah, that would be a pretty penny to try to get gear to detect and analyze psionic wavelengths.
I could put an order in. Be quite pricey.
If you think it's, well, you could put
Make it a lot
science
more easier than me
funds
because I'm
towards
just in the
it
medical
if
portion.
the captain thinks it's necessary.
I can have a chat with him.
No. Only so much we
It
can
would
do with
also-
our equipment we currently have.
Yeah. Seeing this equipment would allow for better understanding of the actual energy behind this, an attempt to quantify it. Therefore, I could send it back to my home so we may better understand it.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
I meant to come by.
I do not. We, as a species that is advanced, barely have the ability to manipulate matter in that sense. If this is capable of manipulating dark matter and dark energy in the universe, organically, without the intervention of machinery, that is a massive breakthrough.
Yes. Could do quite a lot of good for your people, couldn't it?
Yes. As well as better, continuing the goal of the greater good.
Precisely.
Was there anything else, Dr. Tally, or was that it?
That is.
That is all. Thank you.
I got
Yes.
We're gonna finally
Something in your mind,
implement
Akira?
the new system into the departments.
Just
We're making sure everyone is. Costa is starting with
questions
security.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
are
where
gonna get
Archer
answered
started
anyways,
with,
regardless, because
I'm gonna do the science day. Everyone, and captain's orders were to have everyone from the departments, the respective departments present.
All right. Well, if you'd like to have a
Like to be
chat.
present for this.
Yes.
All right.
Dr. Tally, Dr. Tuctalus, can you please save and close up whatever you were working on? The new systems are going to be implemented. We're going to update the systems. Thank you.
Oh, I want to watch.
I don't know if you want to go somewhere.
Well, we could go back here. Seems like after the boarding rush, this place is a ghost town. What's on your mind?
Just wondering what the heck happened earlier, because not gonna lie, the nausea from that was not exactly nice.
Yes,
Unless I can't ask that.
Apologize for that. On the mission, I was forced to use one of my abilities. It allows me to appear into someone's psyche and extract information quite forcefully. Ordered by the captain. Fortunately, for whatever reason, I believe I lost focus for a moment. And, although I got the information I wanted, pulled a ton of other memories from this individual that I did not intend to pull. Unfortunately, they died. It's a side effect of that ability. I don't like to use it much.
That's fair.
When that happens, I need to refocus. Otherwise,
Okay, good to know.
those memories, those shards of the individuals, well, they could render me quite mad.
Yeah. You did mutter like a sentence or two while I was there and just... Ugh.
Oh, did I?
Mm-hmm. Said something about, sorry I didn't know about the bombs or something like that.
Yes. It's not just their memories that float around, traumatic ones as well. My first partner, actually. Signed by Oracle. My mentor. Routine day, doing an investigation. Baratos, my home. Running through the streets. There's a gang. Attempted to make peace. A radical terrorist hated the megacorps with quite a passion. We thought we could assuage them. At least she did. It's my job to secure the perimeter. I didn't do a very good job. But I'm here and she is not.
Let's see.
Yes. We all have our ghosts, fortunately. Mine can wreak havoc on my brain.
Yeah, for me it's second personality. It's only come out, I think, twice so far.
Really?
Yeah, she can be a little odd. Ow. She just smacked me in the head.
I see. Well, that don't cause you any problems besides smacking you in the head, I hope.
She only did that just because of the fact I was being a little shit, as her words put it.
I see. We haven't talked much, but the vessel.
I mean, to be fair, I've been busy on top of the fact that I think every single time I see you, you're usually running around trying to find somebody.
Yes, quite hectic all the time. This ship. I should let you know, I've been contacting Oracle every day, keeping them up to date. I had planned on my current partner arriving and looking over the artifact that they just researched.
Yes.
The
Anyway, what's
Desmond.
going on?
Yes.
Great Appliance is in danger.
Not at all.
The Great Appliance is fine.
Update the system of like the food log and everything.
You're up.
Yeah. Hi.
By all means. I believe the digital...
Have you ever heard of personal space?
I don't think this one knows about personal space and the fact that it keeps on just being in your face all the time.
I mean,
Your range is not personal space between you two.
Basically logging into the kitchen. All the lights go out.
I don't know what personal space is.
Alright.
Hey guys, I don't know if you heard, but all the lights are gonna turn off and then turn on. I think. Turn on again?
Yeah, the lights are gonna turn off for a few minutes and then they'll turn back on.
Alright.
Okay, so should we heading out?
Suppose. Let's get to our departments before we lose our sight.
Mm.
The plans won't work.
Kira. Kira.
Huh?
What's up? I am going to grab.
Ah, have you seen that Mule Ram? Oh. Sorry, what the fuck?
Pardon me.
Doctor, do you need me to handle that? The hell was that? You look like a rat.
No, were you fucking with the relic? I've never seen. Well, actually, we're in a dock right now. A rat might have crawled on.
I'm sorry. They tend to like the vents, and I know that is a place Mercer likes to send you.
Oh, MU, have you seen them around?
They're with the captain and Sid, I believe.
Alright.
Damn! Oh!
Well, that didn't work.
And let science handle it. They seem to be on it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good day.
Could you remind me the name of that scion?
Carver Stone. Alpha level scion.
I want to run his information through some searches and see if he has any active bounties.
Please let
Best
me know.
case scenario, 2 birds, 1 stone. Pardon this figure of speech.
Yes. They're quite dangerous. Anybody with that kind of power. Well, if nobody's even checking them, monitoring them, who knows what they're capable of?
Sounds like they might come after us again.
Yes.
It'd be nice to collect a bounty while we're at it.
Creature. Argyll, you alright? That was quite the fall.
Oh, it's just a dive. Nothing special.
A dive?
Yes.
Oh, you dived at a little thing that ran across the hallway?
Yes. Scampered away.
Impressive. Yes, indeed. Alright, well, I guess I'll watch my step in. Will it look like a rat or something?
I have no idea what it is.
Blue fuzzy thing, somewhat squish.
Well, I mean, if we're on this planet for longer than a day, things are bound to come aboard even.
I would have
You
said.
think you've locked.
Unfortunately, Dallas, I believe it will be your responsibility to take care of this.
No.
Oh, because
I'm dealing with.
Palas is chasing it around currently.
Okay, I'll go see, make sure she's not ripping holes in them with her fists. Thank you, Argyll.
Is out of the realm of my expertise. Built for sturdiness, not speed.
I would have just shot it.
I'd like to not put any more bullet holes in the ship.
This is where lasers, I think, have the upper hand.
Sometimes. But plasma damage is a bitch to deal with on armor.
But yes, a bounty. Hopefully we can take the individual alive. If they decide to come after
Are you
us.
talking about the creature?
No, the scion that was leading this group of
No,
individuals.
The leader of the gang
boarded
that
our
attacked
ship.
us.
Oh.
Yes.
What's this creature?
I'm not sure. I believe it ran that way. Likely in the
He
vents.
has a bounty and comes after us, and the stars align. One or the other is not true, and that's the worst case scenario.
There's the other. They could have a bounty. Brought forth by Centurion, most likely. But Oracle might also pay a bounty for them.
Wonder if we could convince one of them to put a bounty on his head. Convince them of the danger now that he's roaming loose.
Yes, exactly.
You have contacts in Oracle still, I assume?
Oh, absolutely. I'll reach out.
Wonder if a few strings might be pulled.
Can't have an alpha level rogue running around, now can we?
Hit you one more time. With me. Unless you need to go to medical for some reason.
No, I was going to let him.
Oh, Argyll.
Yes.
Your suit is repaired, it's ready for pickup down in engineering.
Oh, wonderful. We'll go collect it shortly.
Try to watch your back.
Yes.
I don't like repairing holes in the back.
I don't like getting shot in the back. So I think we're all on the same page. Have to find a Mew. We were supposed to have a talk. What time is it? Oh, it's not that late.
The big thing, you must have missed it.
Hello, have you seen a Mew around?
Yes, I believe they were up talking to Sid and the captain.
Was he alone?
With those two? Yes. Up here. They're in this one.
They're in the reactor.
Oh, there they are. Oh.
Certainly. Argyll, could you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
I'll discuss it with you in private, actually, now that it dawns on me. But... do me a favor, just look through the communications array records.
Anything for particular that I'm looking for?
Outbound, mostly.
Right, well that's about half of it.
I'll explain further, but if you could get me a report over the past, since we've docked.
I always seem to be in your way.
Understood, I'll see what I can do.
You're a big guy, I'm a small guy.
I appreciate it.
I can touch your things too. For you.
Don't worry about it.
Hope everything is alright.
I calibrated this for hours.
Seems busy.
Please.
Two shot boys, right?
What?
I remember it being purple. Sure was purple.
It was, yes. And then I put on a new one.
You have more than one shirt?
Yes. Of course, don't you?
Well, no,
Never mind, don't answer that.
I did. I don't have clothing.
How about more than one scarf? Do you ever need more than one scarf?
Why would I need more than one scarf?
Oh, if that one gets dirty.
But I'm good at cleaning. This scarf would never get dirty.
Yes, you're cleaning that one, but shouldn't you have one on while you're cleaning that one?
I clean it with myself on it.
You bathe with your scarf.
Yeah, it's a thing. Don't people bathe with their clothing on?
Not many.
Well, you said not many. People still do it.
I'm sure somebody does. You do. That's one.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people in my place do it. That's where I got it from. That's where I got the skill from. That's where I got many of my skills.
Yeah, and my hands were not steady after that.
Hello.
Officer Kross?
Don't mind me, I'm just pulling records for the captain. Apparently he sees me as a secretary.
Do you remember the thing I asked you to check for me?
Yes. Fortunately, I was in quite a state this morning. I wasn't able to quite look.
Right. Heard as much. I hope it was just a personal issue and nothing to do with the artifacts on board.
No, nothing to do with the artifacts. The issue from yesterday. Using that ability. It's quite nasty.
I see.
Hey, God.
Hello.
The captain has asked me to pull logs of outgoing communications that have been sent since we've docked.
Understood.
So I'm just gonna compile a report with my covert, I guess, and and then give it to him.
Well, you are unable to actually check the outgoing messages. Seems the UPA seems to take privacy seriously. If you had played the captain's codes, then you'd maybe beat it in here. Or maybe the AI.
Right. Seems I'm locked out. Wonderful. I'll go have a word with the captain. Well, blast it, I have communications array, I might as well use it. Captain, I need your access codes if I'm going to recall that information you've asked me to gather. Alright. Okay. I might as well pick up my armor then.
Otherwise, it's the same tech as the rest of the barrel.
Nice. That's looking great.
Good day. See to pick up my armor.
Hey.
Over here.
Are you working on our weapon?
Wonderful.
All done, ready to go.
Well, I made medics.
Thank you very much.
Working on
Put
it.
this back where it
I
belongs.
have to work on the compact way of generating plasma.
Armor has been repaired.
Welcome to the club. I usually don't have anything to do unless I get hurt.
There's always checking whose scans are still missing.
He wants to send it to the UPA, does he? Why? What the Larkins will do is put it in a temple and... That is where it'll sit. Hello, girl.
Rejoice. For the system has been updated.
What are we running now?
The custom program that are Dallas, Archer, and Costa programmed.
Wonderful.
According to them, it will be harder for intruders to get in.
Yes.
Well, they could do at least hacking and not opening windows. Is the chef good?
I have no idea, but I've seen this thing run around a handful of times now. A grave infestation.
I'll find it.
Oh!
Where is it? Where'd it go?
It just ran around the corner. Probably want to go around that direction to cut it off.
I wouldn't move.
Jeez. What even is that thing?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it seems like vermin to me. Yes, that was for you.
I never thought we'd be chasing a rat on this damn ship.
Administrator. Like
like yourself.
What the fuck is that?
OS is done. Everything's up to date.
I think Polaris would like it too much if I shot in here.
Close the door. Guys, close the door.
No, damn
The
it!
door was closed. No, the door was closed.
Damn thing.
Slip between the cracks.
What a shame.
Hello?
Well, leave one of these open in case it goes in there again.
What is that? Is it one of yours?
No, it is not. We have no living species on this ship other than the crew and plants. So I don't know what it is. I don't know how it got on the ship. But if it can be captured alive, I would prefer that.
Alright, well, I was going to shoot it, but I'll try to capture it alive.
If it must be shot, it must be shot.
I'd hate for it to be vermin.
I prefer it alive.
Make people aboard this ship sick or ill.
Yes, correct. We don't know what kind of feeds it has.
Offer to climb in the air vents.
That's what I believe.
Again.
Can I put chicken in the hydroponics area?
Yes. Yes, we can try to lure it in there. Thank you for checking.
Maybe we should get to Lon. He's got that stick.
Oh, yes. He does.
Let me call him in. Officer DeLon, could you meet us at hydroponics?
See, you're still looking for our border?
Yes. One moment.
On that, engineer said they saw it going to the fence.
Correct.
Right.
Officer Kross?
Ah, yes, they're trying to catch this little critter. I thought maybe you could hit it with that.
Also, do we know where the fire extinguishers are? Is it?
Creature of that side will very likely
I know of one by our
die of the shock.
Well, they would like it alive, and I don't think this will do much good for it.
Oh, definitely.
I have chicken in the hydroponics area.
See, I believe this might be actually the better option if I just set it to the lower setting. Enough to impair it, but not completely fry it. And lacking that blunt force.
Everyone, that gunshot was real.
There was a gunshot?
Yes, what was that?
Where was
Good
that?
question.
That gunshot will.
It was. Stay safe.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Girl, was that it? I came out of the vents.
Yes.
Was that you?
Was that you?
What?
Is it still in the
Did you
bed?
fire?
No, I did not.
Oh, it was not you?
I think I would have been crashing down the vents.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. Oh. Oh no, this is for the creature. It's in the lower setting.
Going to go check the airlocks, make sure there's
no, I
nothing
didn't.
coming aboard.
I'm gonna go towards the airlocks.
Wonderful. What was that? Who fired the weapon?
I could barely move my arms to grab my piece, so it wasn't me.
Maybe I should let the security know.
We're trying to figure it out.
Costa
Yes.
had an idea.
Mercer's probably in his room resting. It probably got in there and he might have shot it.
Which is his room?
He seems like the person to do that. What?
Do you remember what his room is?
I
think
know
it's
which
number
room
one.
is his.
Blue? Or number 2 blue? It's like the one diagonal from Mars.
Let's make sure he didn't accidentally put a hole in his leg.
We can all go check on him. I know he was flipping me the, no offense to you, the actual bird.
What does that mean exactly?
He was flipping me off with his middle finger.
And why would that be a bird?
You know what? Some Terrans use it as their term.
This one, I think, is his room.
Yeah, it was.
Well, sir, did you shoot yourself?
I didn't say we would shoot himself. I thought he shot the.
God, I fucking wish I did. What do you want from me?
Did you fire your weapon?
Did you shoot the weird thing?
No.
Okay.
Alright, well, there goes that idea.
Okay.
There's
A gunfire
things
aboard the
crawling in
vessel.
vents,
What?
and something got shot.
Gunfire aboard the vessel.
I see.
Be safe. Could be a stowaway.
I like how everyone immediately comes to me and goes, "Did you shoot yourself?"
I didn't think that. I thought you shot the weird
I'm not seeing anything on my end. I'm trying to look for anybody else that could have been
Here.
there or anything.
Let's see.
All I see is just everybody that's on ship. I don't see anybody else, and I'm just straight up just not seeing them because the amount of people are around.
Because there was a gunshot that echoed through the ship.
Perhaps.
It was a gunshot.
Then a suggestion.
Didn't hear from the reactor.
Oh, Jasper.
Is it safe?
It's a good question. Not sure. Keep an eye on it. See if where this gunshot came from. I'm not seeing anything.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, apologies. I'm not seeing anything on the cameras.
Okay. I'm not gonna, like, go into security unless I need to, because I don't want to be in the way.
You're fine.
You sure?
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, sure.
So gunshots?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to find out where they came from.
Was it Mercer?
It was not.
I honestly thought it was you, Argyll, because you're chasing that fox, and I mean, I saw you shoot it at once.
My weaponry is laser-based. That was a ballistic of some type.
You have a fox on board?
Some sort of creature. It looks like a earth fox. It's very
The blue
square.
thing?
Yes, the
The
blue
square
thing.
blue thing? I saw that. It went into the vents.
Oh boy. I heard there's rats in the vents.
So it's a blue square rat?
It's not a rat. It looks
so
like a rat. I've seen
maybe
rats.
it'll eat the rats. This is pretty big.
I hope so.
The tree person said that they just need the rat intact.
I just hope it doesn't make a big mess up there. They just finished deep cleaning those vents a couple of days ago.
What are you looking at?
Trying to see if there's somebody who shouldn't be on board.
Who do we know that uses
I'm not gonna
a
interrupt your seriousness.
I've got a revolver. It wasn't me though. Me and Clorvix were in the reactor room.
No guns should go off in the reactor room in the first place.
Right.
Hello, security. With the sound of active gunfire, please sound off.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
No. Just looking at the color of the gun.
Okay.
Now I'm at you.
You too, yeah. It's pretty cool.
Well, I'll calm the ship down, Captain. Well, good news. It's not an intruder, just our captain.
What? Was it accidental?
Apparently, the creature fell into his room, and he decided
This
to
is
kill
your
it.
captain speaking. Please ignore the sound of gunfire. It was a incident with a creature crawling in through the vents. It startled me, so I shot it.
Okay. Mystery solved.
Okay.
One last one.
Security.
Yes.
Isn't the tree person gonna be upset
Yes.
if those things are dead?
Palas did want them alive.
Yes, quite a moment of having the whole ship in a dizzy, and then the captain has just finished the issue.
Yes. It might have caused a bit of a panic.
Right at the entrance to the airlock.
At least he, upon realizing,
Like that one that hangs from the
made
yeah,
it as
the
a
ceiling.
announcement.
Better put a turret in the hallway, do you, Dallas?
Watching that all the time.
Oh, there's
No turrets.
that border was repelled.
Pardon?
The rat thing. Captain.
Yes,
took care of
one
it,
less
little blue
stowaway,
thing.
I suppose. Thank you, Captain.
Have you seen the captain recently?
Argyll,
Hello, Mew.
you wish to speak with me?
Yes. Who would you like to speak?
I'll follow you.
All right.
Have you seen the captain recently?
I believe he's busy.
Have you been today?
I spent most of last night working on indexing and working on repairs with the night crew. I slept in.
As you should.
But I've been, well,
Either one, I suppose. You should have taken the day.
perhaps.
That's what I told Costa. Everyone deserves the day off, especially after being shot at.
This is true, but I have matters that may take up my entire day tomorrow.
Oh?
Yes, it's best left undisclosed. What was it you wished to speak about?
I see. Wanted to apologize.
For?
Yesterday.
Well, I understand. You acted more calm-minded than the captain and Sid, whom I've just spoken with.
Yes.
It seems everyone but Sid, regrets their actions.
Had a word with the captain this morning about it. I want you to know that the individual that I was using my abilities on, and I promised that they would not be harmed. Oh, I failed in that. My intention was to keep them alive. Sometimes psionics does unexpected things.
I understand.
Yes.
I would like to share something I just learned from Valoria. There was one more that none of you saw, hiding in rubble. Yes, girl.
Come back.
Yes, please. If he is opening the bar.
I see.
There
There was one more non-combatant hiding in rubble. Me and Valoria saw them, and we
And you didn't
tried to convince them that
and you didn't
we were no harm. Given what was occurring, why would I?
Good.
No, I and Valoria failed to convince them to come out, so Valoria instead convinced them to hide, and we said nothing. I would do it again, given the choice. Likely saved his life, but Valoria just told me that on their way out of the temple, they heard him crying for his sons. I'm not a pacifist, Argyll. I kill when necessary, and I can be very good at it. But
there's a line.
Yes,
That
murder
line.
is wrong, and I can't pretend it isn't.
That line is crossed when an individual is disarmed. They're helpless. And if we take them into our custody, they're under our protection. And to violate that is wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
What happened aboard this ship made me very upset.
I'm learning
The
bits
prisoners, I mean.
and pieces of it. I heard we had prisoners. I heard they were executed at the captain's command. Apparently it was a big misunderstanding. That doesn't excuse what happened.
I was told they were eaten.
They
by
were
Meyer.
what?
Eaten by Meyer.
So we have...
Likely alive.
Dear heavens. Are
Not
they a
even
monster?
Argyll would do something like that.
An actual monster?
What, Meyer?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know them very well. I don't think anyone's a monster, but...
That's horrendous.
Yes, and speaking of which, I misspoke. out on the mission. I don't think you're a monster, Argyll. I never did. I was upset. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. I did mean what I said. It's how Oracle trained us. You see, the reason why I have the abilities I do is because I am an agent of theirs. As an agent, my responsibility is to fight the unknown, often monsters.
I see.
And it does make some of us monsters in our own right, I suppose. Digging through someone's mind and pulling out information is not exactly pleasant for either party.
It's better than cutting short a life that could have lasted 30 more years.
That's what I tried to convince the captain this morning. He seems to take a pessimistic view on how the prisoners would react. If we were to save them, he believed that they would go off and commit horrible acts of violence against everyone across the galaxy. I told him, what about the other way? If we would be responsible for this tragedy that might befall anybody that individual crosses, what about the other side? If the individual came across and repented for their ways and ended up becoming a bastion of civilization, saving thousands, we'll never know.
Exactly. Many of my kind were killed without second thought in battle. What if many of them were like me?
Yes. That is the battle
It
between...
seems the captain has changed his mind somewhat.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
If that eases your mind in.
That was the battle between the Vlockens and Medico, is that correct?
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
Sorry.
There's something I feel I can't hide from you much longer. I don't feel safe telling you this, but it's better for me to tell you it in entirety than you piece it together. I am a Prositar. I was created by Medco. I wasn't created to only fix things. I was a combat engineer. I worked with flamethrowers, plasma throwers, oil throwers sometimes. I co-piloted bombers that destroyed indebted cities. I wasn't awake during any of it. I wouldn't have done it if I was. But that's what I did. So, I was somehow liberated while on a mission for Medco. And I spoke out against my overseer. I was sent to recycling, thrown in a pit full of others like me that had already perished. And after I perished as well, I was to be reused for parts. A group of, I suppose, freedom fighters, those like me that could think freely. They found me.
Yes.
And let me out.
It's quite a story.
And the reason I tell you this is because Medco don't enjoy letting assets run free.
Yes.
I'm not the most expensive asset there is by far, but there may come a time where if they discover me on this manifest or learn that I'm in this sector, even, they will send asset retrieval teams for me. Maybe even some that are like me.
The takeoff did not happen. That was a mistake. It got hit. We are still parked. We did not take off.
A voice just came across and scared the living crap out of me. Anyways.
Very loud. It scared the shit out of me, Argyll. Anyway.
Yes.
I wanted to make you aware of this, so there weren't any misunderstandings.
Not at all. And if I'm being honest with you, as you are honest with me, I already knew Medico was looking for you.
What?
Yes. Quite some time, actually.
You said they have been?
Well, I don't know if they're actually looking for you, but I do understand your predicament. I have understood it for a while. And don't worry.
I see.
I'm no ally of Medico. Just because I work for a mega corporation doesn't mean that I like all of them. Quite the contrary. Actually.
Not even I know how I feel about the company. Without them, I wouldn't exist.
If they do come looking for you, I do have some plans. I will not let them take you. You have my word.
I like you, Argyll. I don't completely trust you. But thank you.
Am I intruding?
You may drink your juice, Dallas. Don't worry. We were just wrapping up. You may drink your little juice bottle.
Yes.
Your juicy juice. You may indulge if you wish. I will not stop you.
Please.
Thank you. I'm just
Go on.
I'm just right here before I drink my juicy juice.
Yes. Yes, please, go on.
As long as I'm... Just let me, adjust myself real quick.
Well,
I'm
glad I got to speak with you.
As am I. If I'm being honest, some of the actions aboard this vessel, specifically yesterday, made me very concerned.
Me as well. It concerns me how many of the crew were so inclined to go on killing sprees for fun. Sid was having fun. Meyer was having fun. So was the chef. As much of a friend as he's been to me. I can't believe it.
The way I've always looked at a job like we had is it's just that. Once you have accomplished your goal, there's no need for excess cruelty. Otherwise, we become the barbarians we seek to defeat.
It's more than a job, Argyll. Killing people while they're down is wrong.
Yes.
It's murder.
It's exerting force over an individual. Control over them. You take exactly everything from them.
They killed the man's family.
Yes.
For fun. Or honor, which seems just as bad.
It is. I'm an encroacher today. My people. suffered under the heel of a barbaric culture who were slaves. So exerting control over another and taking everything from them goes against the very fiber of my being. After all, I've helped fight in the rebellion. Be damned if it happens again here on our vessel.
You fought in the rebellion?
Yes. Against our oppressors.
How?
We had help. The day that our civilization was liberated was the day that Argyll showed up. Came out of nowhere, really. It's not like they did it for free. It was a trade. The resources on our planet were valuable to them. But we'd gladly trade that for freedom. In return, they taught us how to use psionics, gave us weapons and armor. We fought off one of the children of Anak, which is quite a feat.
See? I would ask you... I don't think so. We had just finished. For the most part, that is.
Very well. When you are actually finished, meet me in the security room.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bring yourself a drink.
Might
You're going to love this one.
I steal your free time?
But I believe I should
know.
Yes.
Kross said you want people to hunt the creatures on this
I'd like to know more about your tactics in that rebellion. When you have the time.
Certainly.
There are things going on I really shouldn't speak of. It could be helpful.
The rebellion took quite a while. Cost a lot of lives. But there's no price of freedom. Do you know my people used to have wings?
Wings? Did they function?
Yes. Part
Impressive.
of the cruelty of our oppressors. There was a rebellion before called the Rebellion of the Skylords. It was a failure. As recompense for such a failure, the Bellatorian Empire, the one that we suffered under the heel of, had us genetically modified. The newborns, that is. So we could never grow our wings. And our descendants will never have them, and theirs. Those that were still around, he had them physically removed. And then he blew up one of our systems. Our stars are very close together, you see. We could still see the smoldering heaps of Rook's Rest aboard our own planet in Baratos Prime. It's created an asteroid field. It's supposed to be a reminder of what not to do. Became a rallying cry for my people.
I've never been much of an interest in this
I
kind of
can't imagine.
things.
A cruelty.
My work is mostly doing repairs on my
For what purpose?
It was supposed to be a reminder of who we were. We were supposed to be servants. The Bellatorian Empire are a lot like the Vlokken in some ways. They value strength over everything. They hold a high value in honor. But they're quite brutal and warlike. They're to conquer everything. Luckily for us, they're too busy fighting each other now.
Yes. That seems to be the way it goes. Perhaps, someday, I can build you a set of wings.
It's pretty bad, because anyone can just
Perhaps.
whatever you're doing.
Maybe one day they will find a way to undo what was done.
That's where everyone is.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, most people come down here.
Should
It's
go.
best to make your own fate rather than try to undo what was done. But yes, you should go find the captain.
Yes.
I'm glad we got to speak.
I am too. Should do it again sometime. Discuss
Yes.
tactics.
Hey, tell me about that right now.
I never told you anything about it.
Whenever you wish.
Right. When it's not.
Yes. He said he wanted a drink. I wonder what kind of drink he'd like.
Luminescence on your body or whatever.
Anyone can post anything on the net. Yeah.
Yes, I shall bring him water. That's a good idea.
Unless you're like in an area that's heavily censored. Otherwise,
Hello. See to find some water.
entertainment,
So, I talked with Chef about the two things, and then now he's just kind of like keeping his helmet on, and
He does not trust me. I can't say I blame him. But don't trust me either. Something struck me, however, on that mission. When he looked at me, I could see the same pain. Like my people before. So yes, I will help him. The captain's not in security, he lied. Hello, Captain. This is Argyll Kross. Currently in security. We'll get the jacket off for today. Where the hell did he go? Is that him fighting? Yes, it is.
Well, I thought I wouldn't need my equipment, but I guess I do. Goodbye. Of course. Good to know what level we are. I'll be just a moment.
Yes.
Would you like to go on the hunt as well?
You're going on a hunt.
Say yes. Say yes. Say yes right now. Say yes.
There's a night hunt going on. Captain might be joining us. There's already a few people like this here.
I suppose. Why not?
It's good. Just meet outside the ship with your gear when you're ready.
All right.
So everyone will head out.
Looking for the captain myself. I don't know where he scampered off to.
Sure. I think he was looking for you for a conversation.
Yes. He told me to meet him in security, but he wasn't there.
Maybe he got caught on the way?
Perhaps.
I'm just gonna check the bar before I head out of the ship.
Yes, there's quite a few people down there, I know.
Alright. I'll stop by there, see if anyone wants to join.
I'll check my security real quick, make sure that he didn't swing in while I was away.
Doesn't look like he's there.
Damn, I wonder where he ran off to. He needed some extra information, but I can't give it to him if he's not around.
You doing alright from this morning?
Yes. Slight headaches. Is to be expected. I apologize.
Some things.
I should have let you know.
I'm ready.
I see that.
Okay, come meet outside the ship. I'm gonna check the bar and then I'll head out there.
Inside the ship. Is that upstairs?
Yes, upstairs.
Unfortunate side effects of psionics. Especially with the
I
mind.
see.
The captain and other individuals, they'll meditate to center themselves. It's not how Oracle does it. Or the way we were trained. It's
happens again, is there a different way you'd want me to go about dealing with it?
If you'd like to leave me there, it's fine. Could have another psionic pull me out like the captain. Either way.
I was just worried because it appeared to be making some other people with psionics ill.
There's a tendency to amplify when you lose control. My ability I used yesterday was... Never had it. I killed a man on accident.
I see.
I pulled his memories, and they're rattling around in my brain.
Is that what you kept saying? You were sorry?
No. It is something else entirely.
See.
It's part of our ritual to fortify ourselves, especially if we have to use the mind.
Hopefully it doesn't get that bad. Again.
Yes.
So if it does, I will try and intervene the best I can.
It just hit me.
I
I'm
tried
just going to
moving you and you
wait.
wouldn't respond.
I'm back. I got
okay.
lost.
Alright, let me go put my armor on.
Yes.
Okay.
Vane. I'll meet you in security. Heading there now. Let me take this off. Suppose there'll be no hunting for me.
Terribly sorry.
It's quite alright. I brought you a drink.
Going to love this
Courtesy of Abu.
Ah. No, thank you.
Yes.
Is it spiked with anything?
Oh no, of course not. It's water.
Ah, unfortunate. But I do need it after yelling. No,
Yelling?
So, before we get into what I initially wanted to have this conversation about, Palace asked me if I was considering Dallas's promotion that she requested. They've requested. I told them that I would need to talk to Gunch to see if he thinks that Dallas has cleared himself. Or that Dallas is clear enough to be accepted into such position.
Yes, naturally.
They then asked why the investigation was not done already, and it should have been done by now with 13 days into the voyage.
Has she come up
when
with
we
anything?
only put him on... She hasn't given me any reason to. That's why I said I need to discuss it with
Well, they
Gunch.
are just as much a part of this investigation as anyone else, are they not?
Agreed.
So they haven't found anything, or have they not been investigating?
She didn't bring anything to the conversation that would have cleared him. I simply told them that Dallas is under investigation. I asked you not to promote him because of that, or to look to someone else for that. But they chose to do so. They were upset that I had to go through Gunch still to promote Dallas. They said I'm the captain, I should just be able to do it. I am. I could, but because they picked... Siri, could you leave us for a moment? We need a private conversation. Thank you. But because Alice insisted on Dallas being the one that they picked for their second, that immediately involved Gunch in the decision as well. And I told Palace I was not going to circumvent one department head just because she wants Dallas as their second. Just as I would not subvert her if Gunch asked to use the relics for something security related. They're not happy, and then they proceeded to ask me if this was a decision made with corporate influence regarding our friendship. And that's when everything devolved into shouting.
She believes that I'm influencing you.
I then proceeded to explain to them that, yes, when someone saves your life once or twice, you tend to have a good level of trust with them, regardless of their background.
I hate to ask the question, Captain. How well do you know Palas?
What was given to me on their dossier, which you know as well as I do, is not much. I had a good deal of respect, but it's declining quickly after that. After the audacity.
We brought them in on our investigation to help us. This isn't a one-sided investigation. It's to clear the individual. I don't care which way it goes.
Nor do I. And that's what I was trying to explain to her. I was trying to explain, like, the only reason Dallas... They thought that Dallas was under investigation again because of the code that the AI adopted from the Atlas ship.
Why would...
And I told them, it's not, because we already confirmed that it was the AI on its own accord.
Dallas is...
I then told them and reminded them
that he's under investigation for on day 2 specifically stating that he wants to avoid security's watch. And I told them, I don't care if it's something mundane because he's paranoid, because he's afraid of a security member or something. Again, it's reasonable. But it's not normal either.
No, it's not.
Especially with his questioning on security cameras, getting into access to places
abnormal
he shouldn't be on day 2.
It's quite abnormal for an individual to meet in a private location and exclaim that they're trying to stay out of the eye of security. So they cannot be surprised if security starts asking questions. After all, it would only stand to reason, I would suspect. She's a scientist, after all. If somebody went to science
reason
and said, I would like
A plus B equals C.
I would like,
if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes. I would like tools from science to be moved, but I wouldn't like them to know where they're moved to. Would she not suspect that individual of nefarious activities? I would hope so.
Right.
Especially if it was done in private, and specifically trying to avoid them.
Now, the only semblance of sense she made in that argument, they made in that argument, was the fact that they almost died the other day. That we need structure to continue if something were to happen. And I agree. However, should it have happened, we still have our entire staff still to decide what occurs. We can pick from our pool that's left behind.
Be honest, Captain.
It's not like it will end.
The investigation at Dallas has been put on hold, mostly because our ship is falling apart everywhere around us. But I cannot ignore the fact that he had said he wanted to stay out of our eye.
And I understand that completely. Believe me, I'm with you on that too. But we've dealt with the ship falling apart. We dealt with the kettleheads on a delivery. We've been shot at by Centurion, ex-Centurion members. Now we have an Alpha Psionic running around. And this is the one I was going to talk to you about. Atlas is demanding that we stay put so that they can ask us questions.
Wonderful.
About that derelict ship. Now my question is, how the fuck did they find out?
That's the communications.
That's why I'm going to be Exactly. That's why I want to pull the communications with you.
That is very, very bad if somebody leaked that information. And
yes.
then
Now
that
the
means you'll have to deal with Atlas agents.
Well.
Luckily for us.
Technically.
I wonder how fast my partner could arrive.
Your partner?
From Oracle.
Are you about to suggest what I think you're going to suggest?
If we get it out of our hair, Atlas can't do anything about it.
Atlas would be confessing to breaking galactic law if they tried with us.
Oh, I doubt they would do that.
Well, they would be if they demand the artifacts back.
Oh, yes. Well, I doubt they would go... I doubt they would start negotiations. That's what I mean. But if they do not
think they're
find...
just going to shoot at us.
Well, I believe they would come aboard the ship, they would take a look around. If they find what they're looking for, then yes. If they don't... Well... not out of our hair. And we could show them security footage of my partner taking these objects away.
There's still a problem with that. Then, what's stopping them from going to the UPA and telling them that we're specifically now orchestrating and being an extended hand for Oracle?
You're already working for Oracle. Or working with, I should say. I'm here.
I understand. There's a difference between working with and working for.
Yes.
For giving them to Oracle would look as though we are actively seeking out to assist Oracle at every turn, or at the turns that we find something like this. Argyll.
Yes.
It's a UPA vessel.
Yes?
The UPA represents all of them. If we are found favoring one over the others, then we could end up in a problem.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. I am an agent of Oracle. You have your excuse. UPA divided. You point out to me. It's my job, after all. How would you think they would have gotten the information? And yes, I'm aboard this vessel that is labeled for the UPA. But I am an agent of Oracle. So you tell them, the agent of Oracle contacted his other agents. You just didn't get in the way. And now Atlas is chasing Oracle, which they desperately do not want to do. It's a plan.
I wonder. Oracle's not the only one that knows her. Wow.
But I'd hate for you to conspire with me, Captain. After all, science may have a fit.
I'm not. That's not the reasoning. You know it. I'm
messing with you, Captain.
Thank you.
They really did a number on you, didn't they?
Everyone. Honestly, the only good things that came out of this was both you and MU shaking me out of that mindset. But
anytime.
Now,
Captain.
livid. Again. I cannot catch a break.
You'll find a way through this. Always do. First, though, let's find out more.
Correct. That is a good point.
Captain, another question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you found
Hello?
I don't know yet, but I want to know. What?
So,
So, Dawn.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
What's
up? What are you
Argyll and I are going through I'm using my codes to pull the logs of outbound communique, and we're going to go through them to see if we can find how Atlas found out about the ship.
I see. Let me double check something. Fuck. Channel. Out. You do not see, with your combined efforts and a highest roll of a 17.
Thank you.
You do not find any
Hopefully we get something good to eat.
outbound communications that show any link to Atlas whatsoever. No one has sent a message to Atlas representatives or the corporation or any messages that relate to the Atlas artifacts at all. There
Do we have a... Go on,
there
sorry.
is a message you will find. I'll double check that it's actually mentioned in this message. You will find a message sent by Dr. Ali back toward the exploratory command center that makes mention of a mysterious energy emanating from one of the artifacts. However, the Tali's people have no connection in any concrete way to any corporations whatsoever. It is unlikely that the corporations would have intercepted this, and it's also unlikely that they would have shared this intel with Atlas, specifically, if any corporation at all.
Interesting.
Well, Captain, either they had recorded us aboard the vessel when we boarded them, or somebody is using encrypted communique that is not being recorded by the AI, which I doubt.
Let's see. Actually, the message would be encrypted, but the access point shouldn't be. We should be able to trace that to see if there was an access point.
We can give it a shot.
Double 17s. How many encrypted messages have been sent? Oh boy.
Don, are you adding
I
my
know of
plus
one.
4?
Oh, and there's a 21? Alright.
Yeah.
I know of one for certain that I'm pretty sure is encrypted. That's sent specifically by Argyll, isn't it? Argyll's communications are encrypted?
Yeah.
That one's gonna pop up, having been sent from Argyll's
You can see
personal
mine.
console.
I already figured you'd be sending encrypted messages, I'll be honest with you. Doesn't surprise me, at least. You're not putting us at risk, though.
There is a encrypted, heavily encoded message sent from MU's terminal.
That one is not mine.
Came from MU's terminal. But MU has no connection to Atlas whatsoever, nor would I think that they would want to. So, however this information got out, the person covered their tracks quite well.
Honestly, Captain, with all of this information, to me it seems like you might not have a mole for Atlas aboard the vessel. And it's more likely that their ship, the one that was stationed, just happened to record ours as we boarded them and took it. We didn't quite scrub their systems, did we?
But the AI scanned it. There was no malware on it.
We don't need malware. Yeah, they had cameras
Well,
aboard the
there was
vessel.
no-
They were just recording. Recording the dead, but...
The vessel was dead in the wire,
Yes.
but we extract the
Pretty
waste all
officer
daytime.
Argyll.
Yes.
If there is something aboard the previously boarded Atlas vessel's systems that you would like, I have a majority of its systems copied within my own.
Well, wonderful. Are there any recordings of our crew and the ship being recorded by that vessel?
There are several security cameras, correct, that have corrupted data files. There are sections that show the crew. However, they seem to have heavy artifacting and static when the crew begins to open fire within the ship.
AI?
However, I do not find any open link communication from that ship and any Atlas HQ. More than likely, if they had access to such a communication link, they would not have been stranded for so long.
Well, it rules out one theory. So, we're either dealing with someone who's covered their tracks really well, or used a terminal off ship. Who's going on shore leave? AI?
Yes.
Could you please pull up the record of usage of the airlock and who has been permitted to go on to shore leave? Aside from the away team that went out the other 2 days.
Aside from the airlock's use for the away team's departure, every member of engineering that was not part of that team exited the airlock.
That was to fix the engines. Anyone else?
I have another theory. If you don't mind a walk.
Pilot Archer disembarked from the ship for some time.
Oh, there you have it.
You think?
Well, a pilot does like to wear the Atlas logo.
Yes, but you also wear the Oracle logo.
Yes.
Doesn't mean I expect you to be...
What? Contact?
Causing that... Putting us at...
Contact
well, putting
them.
us at risk.
They might not believe that. Perhaps they were just trying to inform Atlas. To recover the bodies, perhaps, and Atlas just put 2 and 2 together.
Perhaps.
There's a question for Archer.
Agreed.
Well, I think I'll find them.
We'll discuss this with them.
If they're still awake, that is.
Tonight. I'll be sending another communication back home then, as well.
Oh.
Well, after the discovery of another Alpha-class psionic, I made mention of it to home.
Oh, Captain.
What? I asked that they come in and do a wellness check initially. Just to make sure, if the negotiations went properly. The secondary one was, yesterday, which was that they should probably dispatch people to track them down. That they were a dangerous individual.
You know that my protocol dictates that I have to contact Oracle whenever I encounter an alpha-level psionic.
Just as mine does.
The teams may encounter one another.
Should we pass the information along to them?
Already have.
I meant that they might bump into one another.
Oh, yes. Fortunately, I think that may just make them both reckless.
Or they'll work together.
Yes, they do that so well.
I mean, they have occasions, obviously, between the two of us. And there has also been the actual passing of the legal mandate forcing people to report artifacts found to the EPA for joint study. It's not out of the realm of possibility, you know that.
I do, but I have my doubts.
Especially with ex-Centurion.
We'll see.
Well, looks like everyone's turned in for the night.
Yes, it's about that time. Suppose I'll do the same. This time I won't be meditating, just sleeping.
Couldn't agree more. I need it after today.
Yes.
So what would you suggest we do with Archer?
Ask them.
Well, I mean, of course that, but what if they confess to telling Atlas, and what do we do?
Was it?
How do I handle that? Or how would you handle it?
Was it malicious? Well, that's the question.
Say it is.
If it was malicious,
let's go on the assumption it is.
And they wish to destroy this ship, how would you handle that?
Would you think that it would be wrong of me to dispatch the problem before it causes us more later?
I would have suggested putting them in the brig. Then we drop them off. Let EPA handle it.
True. The other alternative is we just toss them back at Atlas right then and there, since they're already arriving.
Yes, but then they wouldn't be brought to justice, would they?
Crash with them if that's the case. No, but fair point. Fair point.
I did a number of bounty hunting.
Well, that would be provided that Atlas would actually let us get off-world. But if both of our subsequent groups know about an alpha-level psionic that's last known location was here, their investigation's gonna start here.
Yes.
Which means that Atlas would have the wrath of Flocka and Oracle bearing down on them.
Yes, it'd be very unwise for them to attack us now. But it may take a few days. After all, we're only out of rim of the galaxy.
Aye. But then again, we also don't have a hard proof, it seems. So, we could always stall for a few days, worst case.
If we have a few days to prepare, I suggest you hide those.
Acknowledged.
Have a good night, Captain.
Good night, Argyll.
Alright, everybody. That will be the end of this session. I hope you all enjoy it. As always, take care and be kind to one another.